right, Eric Stromquist and Ken Smyers here with a very, very special episode of Control Talk Now, the Smart Buildings videocast and podcast. Kenny and I are in Miami. Why are we in Miami? We thought Orlando was a little too boring for this. Now, Orlando's okay. But as you know, the ControlTrends Awards are coming up February 2nd in Orlando, Florida, BB King's, the biggest event going. This year, because it's on Super Bowl Sunday, we're starting the ControlTrends Awards an hour early. After the awards are over, we're going to bring the TV set in, and we're going to broadcast the Super Bowl that's taking place at this stadium right here. So Miami's a fun place. Kenny's got a propensity and a love of mojitos.
Right. Well,
and
it's 83 degrees here, too, and Pittsburgh was 32, so it's a great respite from the cold weather, north weather. And I know when February 2nd rolls around, a lot of people are going to come down to Miami. And it's going to be, Orlando. It's going to be nice and warm. But if you do get a chance, come to Miami. It's a beautiful place. And we've got an exciting roadmap ahead of us where we're going.
We do. We want to show our community around Miami. It's a fabulous city, just a wonderful, wonderful city. We're going to take you around as we make these announcements and show you this marvelous city. We're starting with the Super Bowl Stadium because that's where it's all going to start. And that's where it's all going to end. So, Kenny, let's start with our first award, which is
the Building Automation VAV Controller of the Year.
Right, and these are our finalists, and you guys will remember that the finalists in each category will go on to the finals. We'll vote again, and then when we vote again, they'll be the winners at the ControlTrends Awards. But we had, 23 nominees for the VAV Controller?
Right.
And who are our finalists, Kenny Smyers?
Well, let's start off with Distech Controls Eclipse Connected VAV Controller.
EasyIO, the FW08V.
The Honeywell Striker.
The Siemens.
DXR Controller.
The Optra G.
P684 Controller.
The KMC Simply VAV.
Contemporary Controls, BAS Control.
And last but not least, Loytech, our friends.
LIOB-585.
Hey, man, congratulations to all our finalists here. Well done. And Kenny, let's go find our first mojito of the day.
All righty, Eric. It's going to be fun.
All right. All right, ControlTrends Community, you got to start with a little Cuban coffee in the morning before you start announcing the awards. Kenny, what's our next category?
All right, Eric, this is a great category. 23 nominations from around the globe. We have Building Automation Plant Equipment Controller of the Year. Our first nomination is Global Controls 5 ISMA Hybrid IoT Controller. Second, we have Distech Controls Eclipse Connected Systems Controller. Third, we have EasyIO FS32. Then we have LinkSpring Genesis Edge 534, Cyper 50, Honeywell Cyper 50, Optra-G P864 controller, and Siemens TC controller. And bringing it up at the end, we have Johnson Controllers FX PCG and Loytech LIOB-589.
Hey, congratulations, everybody. ControlTrends Community. All right, the question is, have Kenny and I been up all night, or are we just getting up in the morning? We will never tell, will we?
That stays in Miami, Eric, yes.
Stays in Miami. Okay, our next category is the HVAC Control Valve Solution of the Year, a new category this year, Kenny. Right. And our groups include, our finalists are the Belimo Energy Valve, Johnson Controls VP 140 Pressure Independent Control Valve, right, the Siemens PIC Valve, Danfoss 48. Got to read this for me, dude. Danfoss what?
It's the AB-QM-4.0.
Right, what Kenny said. The KMC. Got to read that one for me too, dude.
Alrighty. KMC VEB4306DBCL.
Right, and last but not least, we have the Griswold Controls Pressure Independent Control Valve. Hey, congratulations to all of our finalists in this new category, Kenny. And the question also becomes, am I not able to read this because I have bad eyes or because I've been up drinking all night? We'll never tell. All right, Kenny, we're walking our hangover off a little bit here, taking a beautiful walk at South Point, which is just south of Miami Beach. Gorgeous, huh?
Oh, it sure is. Very pretty, very scenic, and lots and lots of rich folks down here.
Yeah, I think you picked your house out for later on after we make...
I wish, yeah. I want to live right on the top there.
Yeah.
And have that
Fisher Islands, yeah.
view there. Wow.
I got you. Well, listen, instead of lamenting about this, let's talk about something really important here. The Peripheral Vendor of the Year, because I tell you what, no matter how good your system is, if you don't have good peripheral products, it's just not that good. So who do we have as finalists this year? We have Belimo, the smart sensors. Yeah, our community knows Belimo's come out with a line of smart sensors. We've sold a bunch at Stromquist, really good stuff. ACI, Barry Gordon and the crew from ACI always do a great job. Functional devices, the Rib, relay in a box.
Angie and the team?
Yeah, and then we got Kelly. Kelly is a distributor, but they also manufacture some really, really cool peripheral stuff. Our friend George Thomas and the team at Contemporary Controls. Who else do we got here? Kenny Smyers. We got Veris Industries.
Right.
Dent Instruments. They do a lot of great metering stuff.
Sure do.
And last but not least, our good friend Dan from Cyber Power Systems. Congratulations, everybody.
Right. Very well done. And just remember, there was 25 nominations in this category. And just to tell you how intensely competitive it was extremely well voted, and just everybody did a great job.
Right, let's walk into the frame so we can walk off into the sunset together, because Kenny's going to swim across. This is his house over here, ladies and gentlemen. This is where Kenny is going to live.
After he hits the lottery, yes.
He likes the one up there with the circle under it, right? So have the view, and he's going to park his yacht right out front.
Nuestro amor por siempre vivirá.
All right, Kenny. What's our next category?
Eric, our next category is one of the most important ones. It's the Innovative Wireless Product or Solution of the Year. And as we know, we track the trends, and this is one of the largest, most important emerging trends in our industry. The proliferation of wireless has just hit a new breaking point. And in these nominations, we had 20 nominations from around the world, again, that testified to the explosive growth of wireless. So our first, we have Distech Controls Eclipse Sky Ecosystem, the Allure Unitouch. We have EasyIO FW14. We have Viconics, Honeywell RedLynx, LinkSpring Onyx Cellular Modem, KMC Commander, EasyIO's FTO4. So congratulations. Those are spectacular nominations, and good luck.
Congratulations for sure, because Kenny, when you're at the beach, you don't have wireless, man. You're not going to get a signal.
Well, this is a perfect example where you get line of sight for a long ways. And
That's right.
So very good stuff, yeah.
All right, awesome. Okay, Kenny Smyers, man, Miami, like all great cities, organizations, is changing. We're in front of the new convention center that just opened up this year. Right. And I tell you what, I'm not sure, but my guess is, I know Realcomm IBCon is in Miami next year. I wouldn't be surprised if it's here.
I think it is. I know the Realcomm IBCon team is coming to Miami in third week of January to do the legwork, and this would be an ideal place for such a conference. Just great location, beautiful area. The venue is just incredible, and it's a new convention center, so it has all the state-of-the-art AV, and it's just going to be a great venue.
I like new stuff, so that's my deal.
Yeah.
But, what I'm getting at is a perfect segue into our next award, which is the Impact Solution of the Year. Impact. This is a new category, right?
Yeah.
So I think that this is going to have a big impact on the Miami economy. They've made a big investment here.
Right.
But our Impact Solution of the Year finalists, we had 23 nominees from around the world, Kenny Smyers.
Yeah.
A lot of impacting going on in our industry. As you know, there's a lot of changes. If you watch Control Trends, we track those changes. But without further ado.
Well, I just want to say something. I remember how you always said that there's going to be an intersection with the Silicon Valley and with the mature vendors that we've had, the stable forces for 100 years in our industry. We're seeing those two major titans collide, and they're coming up with new impacts and solutions. And some of the nominees are going to be new names to some of our Control Trends community.
Yeah, so if you don't recognize them, you will. But without further ado, Kenny Smyers, can I have a drum roll, please? Very good, very good. So the first one I've never heard of before, which is, you got to read this for me because I can't read it.
Well, this is a European company. It's the ISMA tool Global Control 5 is our first
out of Poland.
Out of Poland.
Oh, yeah, those guys are great. They won last year, to give you an example. Next is a name that needs no further introduction, Distech Controls with my Personify?
Yeah, Personify Workplace.
That sounds pretty personal.
It is.
Well, cool. Well, I should know more about that. I will know more about that. Next, we have the Niagara Edge 10 controller.
Right.
Good job, Niagara. Switch Automation. Tell our community a little about Switch Automation.
Well, we met Deb Noller at one of the Realcomm IBCon shows. And
Hi, Deb.
they have a very interesting way to extract data out of a building using the existing legacy building automation systems to get important data to be doing some of these outstanding cloud applications. Go Google Switch Automation, and you will, because they're players.
The next guy, Passive Logic. Troy Harvey, man. Great stuff there. They were on ControlTrends. Great interview with those guys. Very interesting technology. New players. You can hear a lot more from those guys.
Indeed you will.
Glad they made the finals. And then our next candidate, we know these guys.
Sure do.
Mature. They've been around for a while. Johnson Controls with their enterprise management solution. Congratulations to Johnson Control and the team there. Mm-hmm. Next, we have RLE Technologies, the Raptor.
Yeah. Well, it's
and
good stuff.
Mike Hart, he was on our show, right?
Yes, he was. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool.
A lot more coming.
And then the last finalist for the Impact Solution of the Year, and this one doesn't surprise me at all. We've seen him a couple of times. City Zenith with the Smart World Pro.
Right, that's what they're doing, that digital twin technology.
Yeah. People accuse us of being digital twins.
We are. Look. I can see it.
Yeah. But City Zenith, I mean, remember we met him at Realcomm IBCon, and they take the concept of smart buildings and make it like smart cities. So they're scaling from smart cities all the way down to buildings.
Yeah, real interesting technology. One of the most interesting things I've seen was we'd see a lot of buildings, a lot of topographical surveys and whatever, but this guy was doing beneath the ground. He was doing the piping, the valving, for the gas lines and the water lines. He had ideas that we hadn't ever visited before.
Right. So rumor has it that Miami is also the place that the Monkees got started. I don't know whether that's true or not, but one of my favorite songs, and I think this goes well for me and you, is "Here we come, walking down the street. We get funniest looks from everyone we meet."
Hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we're monkeying around, but we're too busy singing.
All right, Kenny Smyers, man, what would Miami be without a swimming pool? So we're at the swimming pool now. It's a little different type swimming pool.
Vertical swimming pool.
Yeah, but you think about it, great innovation comes about when you think about things and design things differently.
Sure.
So our next category is the IoT Product or Solution of the Year. And tell us who our first finalist is out of the 21 nominees.
Love to, Eric. Global Controls 5, ISMA-B. It's a hybrid IoT controller.
Very cool. And then next up is Distech Controls, my personified workspace.
SkySpark.
The Optergy Proton.
Siemens Decigo Control Point.
Niagara Edge 10.
LinkSpring Genesis 534.
And our last finalist is Loytech with their Elvis, which is a cool product. So I think all these people, Kenny, it's like they took the swimming pool and they turned it sideways or upside down.
Well, Eric, again, this is just tremendous competition. Congratulations to all the finalists, because that's some great competition in there.
Cool. Hold this. I'm going to take a swim.
Okay. Be careful.
So one of the cool things about Miami, Kenny, is you always feel like somebody's got your back. Somebody's always holding you up. So
Get a grip, Eric.
Get a grip, Kenny. Get a grip. And I mean, I think it's a perfect, we got the next category is what?
Well, the next category is the Race to the Small Space Solution of the Year. And there's another 17 nominations from around the world, and just a whole bunch of great technology and great solutions. All right, we'll start off. We have Distech Controls, Eclipse Solution for Small Connected Buildings. We have Niagara Edge 10. We have the EasyIO FS32 controller. We have LinkSpring Genesis Edge 534. We have Proton Optergy, Siemens RDS 120, their new thermostat. The KMC Commander, an old familiar solution. Johnson Controls Verisys, Schneider Electric, Smart Structure Light, and Honeywell LCBS Connect.
Congratulations, everybody.
Great nominees. Yes,
Woohoo!
well done.
Hey, give my hands up.
Yeah.
Palm of your hand.
Okay, ControlTrends Community, we have a slight setback here. We seem to have lost track of Eric. We were down here at the marina.
I'm over here, Kenny.
Where are you, Eric? Eric.
little wet in here, buddy.
What are you doing? Get up here, man. We got an important category to announce.
Water's nice.
Jeez, oh man.
All right, what do we got, buddy?
All right, Eric, we've got the Small Buildings Automation Control System of the Year.
All right. Our first nominee is Global Control, Intelligent Solutions, Managing Automation.
Great. Distech Controls Eclipse Connected Controller Series.
Tritium Niagara 4,
Easy IO.
Optergy Proton,
Link Spring Edge.
KMC Controls,
Siemens Talon.
and last but not least, Johnson Controls FX.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Great nominations.
All right, I'm gonna go back in the water, man. It feels nice.
Eric, watch your sharks, okay?
All right, Kenny Smart, little known fact about Miami. It's probably the youngest big city in the U.S., maybe the youngest big city in the world. It was actually founded in 1915.
Wow.
So here's a history lesson related to Kenny Smyers. But Kenny's great-great-uncle, John Collins Smyers, actually built the bridge behind us. This was all marshes. He had the vision for a new city. And you think about our industry, man, you know, the people that have the great visions create the great products, and it all starts with a vision. Well, like most situations, he ran out of money. I mean, we can all relate. Ran out of dough, got that. So, Carl Fisher, Fisher Island, famous island we showed, I think, earlier in some footage. He came up and gave him the money, and that's how Miami got started.
He traded money for land, so that's an interesting story. But I like the idea you bring us to the bridge, what the bridge represents in our industry, how we bridge a lot of technologies to solve problems and solutions that solve a lot of the building. You make them smart, make them intelligent, make them connected, make them comfortable, and make them better places for human beings to occupy. Because we spend 90% of our lives inside of a building, in a house or office building.
So you're talking about the bridge to comfort. Are you tying this bridge together with our next category? What's the next category, buddy?
Well, the next category would be ControlTrends Distributor of the Year.
ControlTrends, well, they definitely tie stuff together. Now, Kenny and I have recused ourselves from this award because, as honest as we are, if we were on the ballot, we would totally cheat. But so we're not on there. But who are our finals? Because we got great distributors, and distributors are truly, truly the bridge between great technology and the customers.
Well, we really do, and we had 23 nominations from around the world again, we had people from Spain, Poland, France, Italy, South Africa, but the top nominees are Control Co.
Cochran Supply and Engineering, Scotty Wee Cochran.
Kelly.
Congratulations to Richard Campbell and the guys there. Jackson Controls, the most exciting man in the controls industry, Roger Rebanek. Congratulations, Roger. One of the greats in our industry. I'm so happy to see his name on here.
Right. M&M Controls, Pat Marcella and his team, #1, top distributors in the country.
Yeah, hey, Pat, really happy for you guys. Nuco fills a big void in our industry when people need products, so congratulations to the team at Nuco. And last but not least, great company,
RSD and Total Controls, and that gives us a chance to segue to Mike Schwan, and we'll miss Mike at the ControlTrends Awards this year. Last year, Mike joined us, and it's just a tragedy. Mike passed away this year, and we miss him already.
He did, and for you've been on the ControlTrends, you know Mike is one of the greats in our industry. So Mike, rest in peace, buddy. You'll always be in our hearts.
Truly will.
All right, congratulations to all our nominees.
Right.
Let's go. You want to go jump in the river again?
Negative.
Where'd all this water come from?
Of all the intelligent things you've answered in our time together, I've got a big question for you. Where did all this water come from?
I think we should go to the best technical support category and see if one of those folks can answer the question.
Or somebody, huh?
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see.
Fuego en mi corazón. Fuego en mi alma.
Ken Smyers, we're at Wynwood Walls now, buddy. What do you think?
I'm very impressed. Neat concept having art on the outside of every wall of every building, and it's as you can see behind us is some very, very good artwork here, and it's just a neat area of Miami, Florida.
Well, what it is, man, if you think about it, they took this area, which was, I guess, just old warehouses and all. They took the walls, which they were basically doing nothing with, and they made this incredible thing out of it. They put artwork all over it. The walls are just incredible. They made a big impact in this community. They took something that made nothing of it, which is kind of a great segue to our next category, which is the ControlTrends Impact Person of the Year.
Right, Eric. 39 nominations, and I'll tell you what, these people are the bread and butter of our industry. In other words, these are the people that are behind the lines, or they're executives out in front of the lines. But it takes a community to make a great industry, and these are the people.
Hang on. I disagree. They're not the bread and butter of our industry. They're the steak and seafood of our industry. They're the steak and lobster of our industry. What do you mean bread and butter?
The intent was there, Eric. I was just trying to make an analogy.
Get your metaphor straight, buddy.
Well, it's the things that are so important yet could be taken for granted. So bread and butter is taken for granted often. In fact, you can't even eat that stuff now, right? Just kidding. These are the gems, the heroes, the people that make it happen. So we got product managers, we have salespeople in here, we have executives, we have junior executives. We have 39 nominations from people in the industry from around the world.
Yeah, and they are making an impact. So Kenny, let's read them off. Who are our finalists?
All right, the first finalist, we have Scott Hamilton, Distech Controls.
Scott, congratulations, man. Hey, we got a Scott Cochran from Cochran Supply and Engineering. No doubt about those two Scotts and what they're doing.
Therese Sullivan from Tritium. Therese is fabulous at marketing.
Therese, congratulations. We've known Therese since she was building Context.me. We knew her when she was the queen of Silicon Valley.
Indeed.
Josh Felpern from Siemens.
Right.
The Fedora. Who's this next character?
Tom Shercliffe from Intelligent Buildings. He's got a great team out there with Fred Gordy and his team. Was it Bob Murchison? Rob Murchison.
Yeah.
Gordy, I mean, but they're also impact players in our industry. Then we have.
I want to tell you this next guy, Richard Campbell from Kelly. So, Richard, if you've been paying attention this year, Kelly's been on the move. They made some great acquisitions. Richard's just a great guy doing a great job with this. So, congratulations to Richard. Glad to see our community is not. I think you missed one.
No, that's it.
No, hang on. Who's this guy?
Oh.
Yeah.
Edit point.
No, we don't edit, buddy. Richard Newberry, this was Kenny that did this, not me. So if you're upset.
Richard, it's windy out here, and you know what? Let's just take this time an opportunity to congratulate Richard Newberry and the great job he does at KMC.
Yeah. Richard, you are so important that we wanted to just create suspense as we turn the page so that we could emphasize the fact that we think you're truly an impactful person of the year.
Indeed, Eric, indeed. Okay, next up we have John Nichols from Delta Controls.
Hi, John Nichols. Hope you're doing well. Oh, this next guy, he's been called the most exciting man in the controls industry. Roger Rebenak from Jackson Controls.
George Thomas, Contemporary Controls. George is one of our favorite. George actually started his business down in the basement of his house. He was just a little genius that put stuff together and made it work. And then took it to the next level and started a company that's now grown globally.
George, congratulations. Then our next one is Howard Berger from Realcomm Ibicon. Howard's one of the great, along with Jim Young, Lisa Woods, do a great job with that conference every year. I think Howard just puts a lot of time and effort in. So glad to see our community acknowledging Howard. Yeah,
well, and they're going to be down in, again, Miami. So the people that come down to visit the Realcomm Ibicon will come down to this area here because this is something to see if you come to Miami. Last but not least, we have Anton Biarjo.
From Patty I.O.
Yeah, from Patty I-E-D-O.
No, it's Patty I.O., Kenny. Come on, it's Rice. Remember Rice Patty?
Well,
we had him on the show. He explained this to us.
That was the show I missed. I was traveling, remember? And I didn't get a chance
and you didn't watch it?
I watched
You
it.
don't watch the shows when you're not on them? What kind of person you are? We don't have a Narcissist of the Year award, but, come on, Kenny.
No.
Listen, but do you have a pen or something? I'd like to draw on the wall here since I'm here. You think I could do that?
I would not do that.
No. I want to leave my mark here. So,
see that camera?
all right, but well, listen. Is that a Honeywell security camera? Oh my goodness. All right, maybe a Pelco. But anyway, congratulations to our impactful people. I'm going to leave my mark down here on one of the walls, and we'll catch you with the next award.
All right, I wasn't with him when he did that.
We are here with a recent graduate from the University of Miami. Janet, congratulations on graduating.
Thank you.
Rumor has it that you're going to take over the Miami Dolphins and straighten them out here with your sports administration degree.
That's quite a task, but I'm ready for it.
There you go. Love it. Well, you're going to help us. Our next category is the Woman of the Year, Control Trends Woman of the Year. So thanks for helping us out with that. How about reading our first finalist?
All right, Lauren Scott from Distech Controls.
Yes.
Nicole Conklin of Cochran Supply Company. And Therese Sullivan from Tritium.
Very, very nice. Kenny, you want to take a shot at it? I don't think you're going to be able to top Janet here.
I don't either, but congratulations, by the way. That's an awesome
Thank
feat.
you.
Well done. Next up, Eric, we have Erin DeFries from Linkspring, Angie Jarvis from Functional Devices, Donna Hamilton from Siemens,
Lisa Hickey from Belimo,
Barbara Cook from Honeywell,
And I can't see that. Oh,
From,
Tracy Knavel from KMC Controls.
right?
Who do we got here? Who is this?
That's Monica McMahon from Optical Networks.
Right. And last but not least, Dana Haggerty from Intech Controls. Congratulations to all our Women of the Year.
Congrats.
All righty.
You know, we're trying to recruit people for our industry. I know the Dolphins have made you a great offer, but would you consider coming in smart building controls?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, Honeywell, Johnson, Siemens, Distech. You got your future Woman of the Year right here.
All right.
There you go. Thank you so much. All right, Kenny Smyers, this is like best tech support person. Looks like some of the people in our industry doing a great job. Got the smartphone, rocking and rolling. Who are our finals for best tech support large manufacturer this year?
Eric, first up we have Kevin Williamson from Tritium.
Next up we have Robert Lassinger from Distech Controls.
And then we have James Johnson, also from Tritium.
And Mike
Edinger from
Edinger,
Siemens.
Mike Edinger from Siemens.
Paula Falis from Honeywell.
Congratulations, Paula.
Paul Ray from KMC Controls. Jeff Lehman from Honeywell. And Michael Hogberg from JCI. Congratulations.
Congratulations, guys. 'Cause without the tech support people, nothing happens, man.
So true.
Kind of a thankless job, but we got great people in our industry to do it. Let's move over to the best tech support small manufacturer.
All righty, right next door here.
All right, best tech support small manufacturer. Ken Smyers. This is what it's like in the tech support day of a tech support person in our industry, man. You got to go a little crazy, be a little crazy to do this, right?
I can imagine. Yeah, Eric, and I'll tell you what, some great people. We had 23 nominations in this category, and first up we have Paul Kackle from Global Control 5.
Next up we have Aaron DeFries from Link Spring.
Matt Buckholtz from ACI.
Brian Klein, EasyIO. Congratulations, Brian.
Mark Abelhad from Optigy.
Congratulations, Mark. And Diego
Mateo,
from Contemporary Controls. Diego's a great guy.
sure is. Daniel Curran from Prolon.
And last but not least, our last finalist is, and I can't even read his name because I can't see, but he's from Lloyd Tech. What's his name, Kenny?
Norbert Ryder. Congratulations.
Congratulations to everybody. And hey, you guys, just relax, come to Miami with us. You don't need to be feeling like this when you're doing tech support. G5. All right, Kenny Smyers, best tech support, small manufacturers, equally as hard, just not as big of companies. Who we got as our finalist?
Well, first up we have a nice company out of Poland called Global Control 5.
And then an old favorite of ours, EasyIO. They do a great job.
Next up, Terry Swope and the team at Link Spring.
Then we got ACI,
Functional Devices.
Contemporary Controls, George Thomas and his team do a great job.
Optico Network.
Ping Yao, and last but not least, our friends at Lloyd Tech. Congratulations to all the companies that made the finals for small manufacturer best tech support.
Really important. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Hey man, this reminds me a lot of tech support people, like a large manufacturer, all the tech support people, all of them working here in the background. But let's get to our next category, best tech support, large manufacturer.
Yeah, really important stuff here. These are the people behind the lines, day in, day out, that behind the curtains don't get enough credit, but they're the ones that really and truly get people off jobs, and they know the products well and the solutions well, and life wouldn't be the same without them.
And they're always smiling.
Yeah, all teeth. Okay, so first up we have Distech Controls.
Next up we have, Tritium.
Belimo's next up.
Those guys do a great job. Siemens after that, Johnson Controls, and rounding out the finalist. And the category for best tech support large manufacturer is?
Honeywell.
Congratulations to all you guys.
Well done.
All right, Kenny, man, we're at Domino Parks in Little Havana, man, a great, great location in Miami. Maybe get some cigars, eat some good Cuban food, definitely drink some more mojitos.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, this is really impressive. What a cultural, interesting story how this Miami has these different districts and these different points of interest. But I'm really glad we came here. This is really a neat place. We're playing backgammon, and what else behind us? They're just.
I think they're dominoes is what I think.
Yeah, okay.
For sure. But anyway, Kenny, I think it's a great place to announce an award that we're very passionate about, the PID Award, which stands for Passion, Integrity, and Dedication.
Yeah, as we learned through the years that there's been people that go that extra mile, do that extra thing, mentor people, do things above and beyond, and it's time to give those guys recognition and those women recognition. So this is a very important category for our ControlTrends community.
It is for sure. Well, who are our finalists this year, Kenny?
Well, first I want to just preface it by saying there were 42 nominations. So that means that across the globe, people took the time and energy to nominate somebody in their organization or their company to make sure that they got some recognition. So just getting nominated in itself was a great thing. Our first up is Roger Woodward from Global 5. Next up, we have Martin Villanueva from Distech.
Right. Steve Galizium, Stevie G, the Space Cowboy from Optergy.
Right. Kurt Bramall from Tritium.
Kurt Bramall from Tritium, yeah. Scott Cochran from Cochran Supply and Engineering. His name's coming up a lot.
Sure has.
Paul Berquist from Sky Foundry. Paul's a great guy, been around the industry for a long time. Our friend Fred Gordy with Intelligent Buildings, certainly deriving.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Next up, we have Laura Friend from Siemens. Johan Shakarad from EasyIO.
Jim Bean from Train. He got a lot of votes. I didn't know didn't know Jim. So, one of the really cool things about the nominations is we find out all kinds of people we don't necessarily know about. So congratulations to Jim. Welcome to the family, Jim. Good luck.
Next up, we have a gentleman from Delta Controls, Robert Hemmerdinger.
He was on one of our shows once, right?
Right guy, just really very, very enthusiastic, very accomplished person. We have Dan Nyowitz from CyberPower. Dan Nyowitz from CyberPower.
And last but not least, Mike Noble from Honeywell. Mike, congratulations, man. Mike's kind of one of the unsung heroes out there. We've worked with him in the Southeast, and it's nice to see the ControlTrends community recognizing somebody like Mike. So congratulations to all our PID finalists.
Yep. Well,
let's go play some dominoes. What do you say, buddy? Mojito?
You have to show me how to play.
Mojito? Won't matter. We have enough mojitos.
Mojito. I know how to do the mojito. That's
all right, there you go. Cool. All right, man. Look at all these cool people. All right, man. Kenny Smyers. Again, we're at Domino Park. You can see all the great leaders behind us. I thought it's a great backdrop for the Executives of the Year, large and small. Let's start off with our Executive of the Year, small manufacturer. 21 nominees. Our finalists include
Adam Pograbia from Global Control 5.
Congratulations, Adam. Gina Elliott from EasyIO, one of the greats in our industry. Troy Swin from ACI.
Steve Gazalimian from Optergy. And Melissa Dzurowitz from Link Spring.
Our good friend George Thomas from Contemporary Controls.
Johan Shakenrad from EasyIO Europe.
And last but not least, Ping Yao from Optigo Networks, because we all go to Optigo. Man, congratulations to our nominees. It's a great class. And Kenny, let's just roll right into the ControlTrends Executive of the Year large manufacturer while we're here.
I just want to say a couple things about the executive role and what they do for our industry. Like this incredible mural that lends itself really well to an executive position where it's a really hard job to do to keep on top of all the trends, all the organizational issues, and to make the right decisions and keep your company on the leading edge, the tip of the spear. So I give a lot of the credit to both the small and large manufacturer Executive of the Year. Okay, Eric, first up we have Scott Hamilton from Distech Control.
Scott, congratulations. John Karmazik from Siemens.
Yep.
Right.
Mike Keller from Honeywell.
Congratulations, Mike.
Ken Schmidt from Tritium.
Chris Eichmann from Johnson Controls. Chris, we miss you, buddy. Hang out with us more.
And here's an interesting name from the past. David Moline from Train Company.
Dave Moline from Train. And what's really interesting, Kenny, is our awards expand. We saw a gentleman from Train earlier. Train's making the nomination ballot, so congratulations to our community for acknowledging those folks. Dave was in the running for Executive of the Year when he was at Honeywell.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, again, it's an incredible assembly of professionals. Again, to get to the top ranks as an executive, either large or small manufacturer, you really had to put your time in. You had to, the competition's tough, but then when you get there, it's not an easy job. So hats off to all the men and women that lead our industry.
Hats off. There you go. All right, we got another executive category, but let's find another location.
Okay. Important category here at we tried to find something special to bring out, make everybody remember this. And this is the Master Systems Integrator or Distributor Executive of the Year. So we're continuing that executive concept and we're taking it to the next level here.
Right, and you got to figure those executives are not quite as serious. They would probably be hanging out at a place like this, drinking Cuban coffee, smoking cigars, and dancing with beautiful women. So there we go. So who do we have on our list?
Okay, first up we have Chip Cummings from Control Co.
I know Chip. Congratulations, Chip. That's awesome.
Scott Cochran from Cochran Supply and Engineering. Of course, Scott's been nominated for various categories, but certainly one of the ones for the Distributor Executive of the Year.
Who's next? I can't quite read that.
Phil Rogers from Iberio. Yep.
Congratulations, Phil. He's been on the show.
Energy, yeah. Top dog.
Richard Campbell from Kelly. Congratulations, Richard. He's been showing up a lot. And Roger Rebenek, the most exciting man in the controls industry. Roger worked with Honeywell for many years. Now he's working for Jackson Controls, doing a great job with that company running things.
He sure is. And we have Ted Hauk from Hepta Systems and Drew Meyer from CompuTrolls.
Very cool. And then last but not least, one of my favorite people, Stephen Johnson from McKinney's. Congratulations to all our executives.
Well done. Congratulations.
All right, Kenny, man, we're in a cool place called Ball and Chain in Little Havana. We got somebody to help us announce our next award. Isabella, thank you so much. Isabella from Little Havana. Say hi to the Control Trends community.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, maybe you'll come to Orlando for our big event.
Of course.
But this is the Control Trends Control Trends Vendor of the Year, large manufacturer. And who's our first candidate here?
We got Distech Controls.
Very good. Next, we have Belimo Controls.
Then we
Oh, go ahead, Isabella. You're doing great.
Johnson Controls.
Right.
Siemens.
Who is this? Snyder Electric?
Yep, we have KMC Controls.
Very good. Tritium.
Tritium, yeah. Allerton, and last but not least?
Automated Logic.
All right, Isabel, do you have a favorite here in this race for the finals? Who are you pulling for?
Let's root for Belimo Controls.
There you go, Belimo. Very well done, well done. Thank you so much. Guys, come check out Ball and Chain in Little Havana. Ken Smyers, what's our next category, buddy?
The next category, Eric, is Control Trends Vendor of the Year, Small Manufacturer.
Who are our finalists?
First up, we have Easy I/O.
Then we have Link Spring,
Functional Devices.
ACI,
Contemporary Controls.
Optra-G,
Loitech.
CompuTrol. That's a new one.
Yeah.
And that's it. Congratulations to our finalists for Vendor of the Year, Small Manufacturer.
Well done, yes.
Kenny Smyers has been drinking so many mojitos down here in Little Havana that they made a sign. They're actually calling this the Kenny Mojito. That's what it means in some language somewhere. Kenny, we're kind of winding it down, man. We got the Systems Integrator of the Year. And, man, we got nominees from all around the world. So kick us off. Who do we have first?
Alrighty, we have OTI, Pleasant Hill, California.
That sounds a lot like Brian Turner's company. Is that Brian Turner's company?
It sure is.
Brian Turner, you rascal. Congratulations.
Then we have Iberio Energy, and they're out of New York.
Very cool.
Well, actually, they got multiple locations. Then we have Arcudis J Controls from Poland, and Iberics Group from Australia.
Wow, wow, wow. Then we got Aeron from Ontario, Canada, and Chesapeake Controls from West Virginia.
No,
From Virginia. Chesapeake Controls from Virginia. Gotcha.
Right. Gardner from Cleveland, Ohio. DNR Global from Columbia, Georgia.
Columbus, Georgia. DNR Global from Columbus, Georgia, Kenny.
Well, the winds making the paper change.
I understand.
Those mojitos.
Those mojitos are kicking in, man. It's okay. It's okay. You're doing good, Kenny. You're not having to drive. It's all good.
Laureate from London, UK.
Wow, that is so cool.
And Navitas from Boston, Massachusetts.
We know those guys, friends of John Donahue, I do believe,
Yep.
right?
Logan from Mexico City, Mexico.
Right. Twisted Pair Automation from Northern California. We remember him. He came on the show. Good guy.
We sure do. Then we have Pyrotech, Peripheral from France. Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
if you guys win, Kenny and I will deliver your trophy personally.
Then we have BCS from the Netherlands and Westrand Controls from South Africa.
Wow, so cool.
Then we have Cirque Balearis from Spain and Arisis from France.
Wow. And Matrix Green Automation from Mexico.
And Air Technologies from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Hey, congratulations to all you guys. And again, if you live in a really cool country and you win, Kenny and I'll deliver your trophies personally. It's been a great tour of Miami. It's a fantastic city, Kenny. You know, we're going to have a great show in Orlando. We got one more category. So what's the final category, my friend?
The final category is the Progressive Consultant Engineer of the Year that demonstrated industry leadership in advancing the smart building concept.
Well, we start off with our friend Donnie Walker from Newcomb and Boyd.
Then we have the Arkudits Jets J Control out of Poland.
Brad White, SES Consulting.
Bruce Knapp, Heapy, Ohio.
Kevin Graham. Smith.
Seckman Reed out of Nashville, Tennessee.
Very cool. Murray.
Wickham, EXP.
Craig.
Craig Payne, Intelligent Buildings.
Richard.
Richard C. Hughes, and that's PE, he's a CBP, LPA Inc.
Ben.
Ben Maggi, Paragon Engineering. Francisco Honorori, RUP, that's England. Then we have Barnabel out of France. We have Johan Dunehag from WSP South Africa. And then we have Oliver Del Pierre, and that's a company Fugani, I believe that's Italy.
Very, very cool. Is that it?
Yes, that's it.
All right, well, there you go. There are our finals. Congratulations to all the finalists for the Control Trends Awards. Really appreciate it. Special thanks to our videographer, Eric Blanco, who has shown us around the city and helped
Thank
us
you,
with
Erica.
this. We really appreciate it. So if you're ever in need of a great photographer, Erica's your best bet there. But hey, man, we will see you February 2nd at the Control Trends Awards. Don't forget that the finals are going to start. We'll get the final ballot will be up with all our finalists on it. Got to revote again. And February 2nd, we'll find out who the big winners are. So with that, Kenny Smyers, let's say goodbye to the Super Bowl in Miami and hello to another mojito.
Indeed, Eric.
Indeed, Kenny Smyers.